Hey everyone, I'm John Holt from Fox 4 News. She needs no introduction. And in fact, she and I've known each other for a few years. Bobby Joe, so good to see you. I must say, you've come a long way just in 5 years as we celebrate 20 years of building on a firm foundation.
Yes, absolutely.
How do you measure success, though, for what you're doing, what your mission is? It's one thing to be, part of a documentary and get really global interest, I'm sure. But how do you measure success?
It's really not about what's going on with me. It's about the lives that are being transformed, the individual lives, the families that I see restored. We just had a brand new baby born Saturday. Ezekiel is his name. That to me is the victory. That's how we measure success. I've I've seen, over 10,000 people have came through here, and their lives have been forever changed. When you come in to meet a counselor, you're going to feel at ease. You don't feel like you're being judged. We're going to accept you right where you're at, and then we're going to build up from there. So we walk with somebody when they come in off the street. We help them with clothes, hygiene products. Then we get them to a doctor's appointment. We're walking with them every step of the way, and in doing so, I mean, within a week, they come in, there's no light behind their eyes. And within a week, you see this spark igniting. And then in another week, you see this person has self esteem now and starting to have self worth. And within a month, they're just beaming and they have hope.
For many, it sounds like maybe they've never had this before.
Many.
That building of self-esteem and there is hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel comes from just coming to you.
Absolutely.
See God's plan being in the next 5 to 10 years.
I would really like to see more housing is huge. Apartments. Here's what happens. A lot of our people are lower income, and what goes along with lower income housing is a lot of addiction, drug dealers, chaos, drinking. And so to really have some communities, apartment communities, and that people don't have to worry about going out their apartment door and the drug dealer being right out there, a place where families can live together and everybody's in recovery. We're just going to continue to build on what that we've already established and increase.
I grew up in an addicted household and I started using drugs at a young age. Met Cameron in my 20s or really early 20s and, used drugs with him, and we had kids young and just kept having kids and just stayed together through our addiction. Just like any parents in addiction, you end up losing your kids to drugs. Thankfully, you don't want to take your kids down that road. I know that sounds funny to say that, but I'm really thankful that we lost our kids, and God brought us here to the Healing House. Gave us hope and helped us restore that. Gave us our kids back, taught us how to be good parents. Healing House was able to be there to show me like things to do and what I needed to do to stay clean and keep clean. I was able to do it because I had the support of the Healing House, and I knew like how to get my ID and how to gave us hope and helped us restore that. Gave us our kids back, taught us how to be good parents, so I could go to work and do outpatient classes that I had to complete, and all these things, parenting classes and all these things that I had to do that helped me to be successful. And then so I got Lily back first here at the Healing House. We had visitation with Lily at the halls on Sundays after church and stuff, and Saturdays supervised by the leaders and stuff, of course. And then we got to go on dates with Lily, and then eventually we were getting married.
This was God restarting our life all over again. We got baptized that day and married here at the Healing House.
We got an apartment in August, and then we got our Connor and Lucy back October 1st. That was the best feeling in the
Oh
world.
my-
There's nothing
There's nothing.
that will top that feeling of holding my babies in my arms.
All I can say is good things. Just they saved our lives. There's no better gift that somebody can give than Jesus.
My mom came to Healing House, I think it was 18 years ago, something like that, and she came when it was only one house, just the pink house. I remember, I think I was 17, and she gave me the tour of the pink house when she was living there. But yeah, before she passed, she had 5 years sobriety, and she attributed all of it to the Healing House. Started my drug, I guess, career with my mom. I started smoking crack at 17, and from there it just progressed. You know, drinking daily. I've always been a big drinker, and it's just been a steady progression downhill, and a fast one. I was doing any kind of drug that I could do. I was drinking to blackout stage every day. It was definitely, my life had become unmanageable. I was probably at the darkest point of my life that I ever been. I was living in abandoned houses. I was shooting up everything I could shoot up. I was drinking daily, a lot daily. Had a couple overdoses. Yeah, just my life had become unmanageable. And yeah, thankfully that I turned to the Healing House. And the Healing House was definitely a lifeline and a great tool. The only tool I've actually found that helped. It means the world to me to be able to have a place that I can call home with my 2 daughters that can come whenever they want, that I can bring them into a clean environment, that not necessarily people over your head, but just everybody around you is looking to do the same thing. That everybody wants, you know, a piece of living the right way, I guess. We're all kind of like-minded together. Healing House has given me the hope that I can be everything that I wanted to be. You know, back when you're growing up, you got dreams. You know, when you're a little kid, you want to be a policeman, firefighter, and using has kind of put a stop to those dreams. But since I have gotten sober, I've actually got hope now. I can still do whatever. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, but I know I can do it now.
So what Healing House has given to me is Sweet Mama Judy and Bobby Joe, my fierce leaders. You know, before, when I was in my deepest pit, I cried out to Jesus and asked him to take me to a place to learn more about him, and he brought me here. And Healing House has brought me back to life. It's gave me hope. It showed me how to have fun in recovery. It conditioned me to live the life I'm living now. It gave me employment, which every day I thank God, because I can't believe I get paid for what I do. It brought me lifelong friends and family and a support system in recovery, and it just brought me life back.
Healing House gave me stability,
A chance for a new beginning.
purpose,
my future back.
Firm foundation to build a relationship with Jesus Christ.
The opportunity to work with a great team.
Hope.
Showed me how I could love myself.
Purpose.
A very living, practical way of how God works in the world.
different perspectives.
Wonderful work.
The opportunity to work with other volunteers.
Healing House gives friendships.
Expectation of improved living.
And to give back.
Inspiration.
New purpose.
Unconditional acceptance.
Friendship.
Opportunities.
Life.
The chance to succeed.
Family.
A new life full of love.
What I thought I never needed anymore, and that's friends, faith, and family.
Healing House gives us a fighting chance.